Let's see, it says mute all, but everybody's still, let's see.
You are recording now.
Oh, I am? Oh, I am recording. Oh my goodness. Well, let's go ahead and get started then. I am so excited because we are several days into our brand new company. So excited about the opportunities that gives us. And I think one of the things that we need to just remember is just how simple, how elegant what we have going for us. The key, though, is probably the best predictor of behavior is past behavior. And if we just continue to do the very same things, we'll continue to get the same results. Now, some of the things I think will automatically help us is the having all volume count. So that makes it simple and easier to just invoke changes through that. That's really powerful. But just along that line, we've all heard this story, but I want to just share it one more time because it really is thought-provoking. And it's a story of another country where there's all of these elephants and they're walking along, and the guy that's new to the area, he just suddenly stops because he's confused by this fact that there's a bunch of these huge creatures, and they're being held by only a small rope tied to one of their front legs. You know, there's no chain, no cages. Obviously, that these magnificent animals, at any time, they could break away from this small rope that they were tied to, but for some reason they didn't. And his friend saw a trainer nearby, and they asked what happened and why they didn't attempt to get away. And he says, well, you know, when they're very young and much smaller, we use that same size of rope to tie them. And at that age, it's enough to hold them. And as they grow, they're conditioned to believe that they cannot break away. They believe that same rope holds them, and so they never try to break free. Isn't that amazing? These elephants at any time could break free from that little rope, but since they believed they couldn't, they were stuck right where they were. And like the elephants, we don't want to be thinking that way, because that a few months ago, where we could sponsor somebody and we'd say, well, you can buy some product, but it won't count for rank advancement. Oh my goodness, what a momentum killer. So what we have now is a whole new game, and one of the most important things that we can think about is just in our own attitude. We are broken free. We have nothing to restrict us. I think of the marketplace in the history of our 40+ years as a company. What an amazing legacy. The thousands and perhaps millions of people that we've dramatically affected. We've just barely begun. It's never been a better moment, because Niken has never looked better as far as just running fast, and the leg brace came off, and we can run as fast as we want to, more than any time. If we look at our business as a business that we can duplicate and have a big business, if we start thinking about that right now, of everything that we do at this moment is something that we can duplicate out there. One of the big things is keep it simple and duplicatable. And so everything we do, we want it to be fun and easy. And one of the most wonderful things is, historically, in the world of the network marketing profession, what it is, it's all about systems. I believe we have the most simple one, because all it is first off, what would happen if everyone were doing exactly what you were doing in your business? And so let's say you have 1,000 people magnificently, suddenly, magically in your organization, and they were doing exactly what you were doing. You want to be thinking, oh, if only everyone were doing exactly what I were doing, that'd be exciting. You don't want to be thinking, oh my goodness, if everyone were doing exactly what I were doing, 1,000 times $20, or heaven forbid, nothing at all, would be nothing at all. But if you're out there doing great things. Now, one of the things I think is really powerful is, throughout the history of network marketing, from Amway forward, that the idea is basically use the products yourself and go recruit people. And pretty much the standard when the business plan is explained It's everybody do $100, and it's amazing. It's astonishing the amount of volume that can accumulate by people just doing $100. But we have this wonderful business where it's not just a product that doesn't really make much difference, a product that you could get anywhere, but we have something that is truly unique and wonderful. And on top of that, it works dramatically, almost instantaneously. And so that is a huge advantage. And so we have something that people love and they'll buy. And so what we have is a way to scale it instantly, so everybody realistically can do 500. If you're into this business at all, you need to be your own and your very best customer yourself. If you're using the products, then it becomes pretty much automatically that you'll share it with other people. Then the next step out is to share it. And if you do, with a little bit of enthusiasm, you will find people that will become customers. And so the whole goal is at least everybody do 500. Now, if everybody's doing 500, wow, that's a foundation if everyone would do that. Okay, so how far do you have to go realistically to make this work? Well, historically, again, in network marketing, pretty much anybody that's doing really, really good, almost all of their income is derived by just 2 or 3 really good people. And so basically the shortest distance, the simplest, most elegant way to get to 2 or 3 really good people happens to be the Niken compensation plan. It just fits into there in that kind of plan of natural descending thirds. So instead of the Pareto principle being the 80-20 law, our plan is based on taking that and stretching it into 3 components. And so it's basically 70-20-10. So instead of the 80-20 law, it's a 70-20-10 law, which fits nicely if you're actually sponsoring lots of people. And so you don't really have to think about balancing and structure. You just go out and talk to a whole mess of people and think in your mind, okay, I'm going to do 500 at least, and I'm going to find 3 people and teach them to do the same thing. And then I'm just going to keep doing that over and over. Now, what's the best way to get product and share product? That introduces what now is what historically, again, makes these kind of businesses go fast and just makes it simple, a recipe that you can follow real easy, and it allows people to get product out to people really fast. And it isn't like, let's see, do I get this and do that or whatever? What I recommend is get an energy pack. Tell everybody to get an energy pack. What's really fun is magically that's 500 PV. So you get a little bit of extra PV for your money. And so I teach people, I say, what you want to do is do 500 yourself. To share it, get an energy pack. Now, another thing that makes the energy pack wonderful is what an ideal way to go out and do the business. One of the best approaches you can do now is call everybody. And let me say everybody. If you've been in the business a week, or if you've been in it 20 years, what I recommend you do is start all over. Get all of your lists out, and everybody is back on the list because it's a brand new game. Someone that you talked to a few months ago, maybe they were the right person, but it was the wrong company or the wrong time. We got the right company perhaps now for them. And so call them, and a really good script is to ask for their help. If you have a good friend, a friend in need, and so I love to just say, hey, I need your help. Would you do me a personal favor? Almost always, they'll just start right off and say, well, of course, what is it? And I'd say, I just got something that's called an energy pack. And that's exactly what it is. Now, this is non-medical, but it's some technologies that were originally developed in Japan. And that's what they do. They actually give people more energy. It's measurable. Balance, strength, if you're interested in that. And also what we found is people that hurt. We've got something non-medical, no downside, and all they have to do is try this. And what I'd like to do, let's say it's Tuesday today, so is there sometime Thursday afternoon or anytime over the weekend that you'd have 15 minutes and just let me try these out on you and see if you notice anything, because I'm trying to gather some personal experience with this. People I know that I can get some testimonies. Would you do that for me? And then just go over there and do the Magdo up and down their back and across their shoulders. Do the balance test with the insoles. I recommend, if just as a basic, get the energy pack, get one of the new water bottles, get a tube of CM cream, and boy, you're loaded. You can give people really quick demos real fast. Eventually, you'll want to get all of the packs, but I'd recommend if someone has a limited budget, that the average person, they could come up and get the energy pack, and that way it's simple, easy, duplicable, and then just go out there and use that same approach, and then just do it over and over again. Do lots of it. One of the things that's kind of exciting is I have a friend who, his wife, he believes is alive today because of Nikan. He's had some really neat things happen. He got sidetracked. He hasn't been doing anything with Nikan for quite a while. I'm reaching out to everybody I know because we got a new Nikan. I was telling him about the new water bottle. Go to my Nikan, read about that. It's dramatically improved. It's a new manufacturer. It's got this NASA-developed nanotechnology built into the filter. What that means is a few months ago we were hearing about all of these micro particles of plastic that they're finding in all commercial water bottles. You know, all those brand names, they got that in there. That's a concern. You know, plastic and a lot of materials actually has bad stuff that can mess up our hormones and other processes in our body. It's a pollutant. It shouldn't be in the body. But by making it micro-sized, when we drink that water, it'll easily go right through the intestinal wall, probably even to across the blood-brain barrier, and lodge in places where it shouldn't be. Our water bottle actually filters those tiny plastic particulates. It's also been shown, the new one, where it gets rid of pathogens too. So what an amazing bottle for emergency preparedness. You know, if you're thinking if you're a survivalist, and maybe you should have this 72-hour kit where you can run off and just keep yourself safe and fed. That bag basically could be a water bottle, a jar of KGB, Kenzen Vital Balance, and some Jade Greenzymes, and you could not just survive, you could thrive on that. Wow, it's exciting, the products that we have. And so basically that's the model. That's what I'm teaching people to do, is just think about a business of your own. I tell people, you know, if you're paying taxes, if you've been complaining that last time you went to your accountant, what can I do? Very likely the accountant says, well, get a home-based business. You know, one of the best things that you can do to increase your legal deductions is start a home-based business. That opens up avenues of thousands of dollars. And so a new person joining Nikan, they buy an energy pack, that's totally tax deductible. They go out and share it. And what's mileage? 50-something cents a mile when you drive over to share that. And all the stuff that you do day to day becomes tax deductible. Your first year doing Nikan will be worth thousands of dollars in tax write-offs. And there's two ways to have more money. Increase your legal deductions, and the other is make more money. And I think the best way is with a Nikan home business. And so you can dramatically change everything about your financial state, just making this decision that I'm a Nikan business owner, and just act accordingly. And then do business activity, and that's talk to people. Again, it's so simple. I need your help. Would you do me a favor? I got an energy pack and I want to share it with you. Just wow, do that over and over again. And how can you not help but make good? Think about this. This is product that everybody could use, and if they use it, it could change their whole life. And how many people have actually seen it before? What a powerful position to be in. the ideal business position is to have a product that everybody needs and nobody has it yet. And we got a magnificent story. Our job basically is to go tell the story. Show and tell is fun. And so that's basically what we do. And so anyway, if anybody's got a couple of questions, we could open that up. But that's all I know. And I think that's what we ought to do is just go for that. Change. Remember that rope around your foot? It's not even there. You can run, and you can run as fast as you can. And I recommend that you think about that. How fast could I go if I go as fast as I can with this? And not just dabble with it, but see how many people you can talk, and just fill up your appointment book with people and go see this. And look for people that would like to be business owners, not just customers, and do as much as you can. Italy, there will be some people that don't even know about this yet that are going to join, and they're going to make it to Italy. That will happen because there's some sharp ones. I was just talking to a lady yesterday, and she's new. She knows lots of people. She's looking at this as a serious business. She knows how to work. She says, I'm going to Italy. Wow. Why don't you make that affirmation? You know how to work. Do it. Come to a higher level with this. Any comments, or should we just go out and start calling people? Okay, everybody's unmuted here, so is that too many?
I'm calling people, Dave.
Well, I hope I just have everybody spellbound and we're going to it. So yeah. Well, let's go to work, and thanks everybody, and sure love you, and glad you're on our team.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave.
Take care.
Thank you, Dave.